Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lil Lex in the box, and on this episode, my girl, Lil D from 97.9 The B came through to hang out with your girl in the box. Can you believe it? All right, you gotta stay tuned for some gems she dropped and some funny details about her life that you do not want to miss. All right, so keep it locked. This your girl, Lil Lex in the box. Lil Lex in the box. You never know what to expect. Photography, ooh, that's me. I like to use my camera. Music inspired too, so I matched the BPM booth. Cause DJing is what I choose. Hey, keep going, I'll never lose. Strike a pose, chin down, show that neck, girl. That's what Tyra Banks taught me, ANTM. I dibble, I dabble, from modeling to hosting. I'ma go again and say it again. Lil Lex in the box. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lil Lex in the box, and I am sitting here with daytime radio queen, Lil D. Do you hear me? Hey, girl.
Oh, okay. Royalties. Put my crown on.
Yes, please, honey. Yes.
Queen. Thank
How
you.
are you?
Hey, every day above ground's a good day. I'm
No,
good.
for real. No, for real. Okay, I'm so happy to have you in the box. Okay. Yes.
No, you said in the box.
Oh,
You said in the box.
You said
in
the
this
box.
box.
Oh, I was like, I don't want to be in your box. We cool. You cute.
Oh my God, they know this
Okay.
box.
Oh, all right. The whole
No,
box.
you thinking freaky deep.
Sorry.
You gotta get your mind out the gutter, sis.
I am
Chat.
friend. Sorry.
Chat. You too?
Mhm.
Okay, so you let me know.
We
You
really
found-
too fine for this.
No, hello. Chocolate's where it's at. Where are you? Okay. Anyway, sis, I want to get into what you do first of all, okay? I know that 97.9 The Beat, okay, 10 to 3, but tell us what else you do, sis. What all do you do?
Well, so besides that, I have a nonprofit called You Go Girl. The girl stands for Grinding in Real Life, where the mission is to help good girls become great women. So I do a lot of events throughout the year to help boost self-esteem and morale in girls. I also have a consultation business called Grinding on Air. So for radio personalities and aspiring radio personalities, I help them produce air checks that will get them noticed and hopefully lead to a job. I've gotten 3 clients jobs so far.
Oh, hey.
I wrote a book, so I'm an author as well. Route 2, My Choices Struggle to Succeed. And I think that's it. Other than that, I like to sleep.
I love how real you are, and I love your personality. So I want to touch bases on You Go Girl.
Okay.
Grinding in Real Life, okay? And this goes back touching base in your childhood. You have a t-shirt line, right? And I noticed on one of your pictures, you put cute girl, no, cute to be black,
For a
right?
dark girl.
Cute for a dark girl, yes. And then it was for a dark girl marked out.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me where that came from, and was it a personal experience, and if so, was it during your childhood?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm from Shreveport, and I don't know if it's the South in general, but definitely Shreveport. If you weren't light skinned with long hair, you weren't pretty. Like, you better try really, really hard if you dark skinned. And so obviously I am not light, and so I would hear every now and then, you know, you cute to be dark, as if being dark is a handicap. Like, you run fast to have one leg.
Thank you.
And so even when I moved to Ohio, it was still a lot of colorism. Like, if you were dark skinned, you better have on 8 pounds of makeup and a long weave, and as you can see. So
Natural, honey.
I still wasn't popping, and I'm like, this is disgusting. There are so many little girls growing up thinking that something's wrong with them. Because I used to think that. Like, when I started buying foundation, I literally didn't even check. I just bought the darkest one because I thought I was the darkest shade ever.
No.
So, yeah.
Let me ask you about your childhood. Was your mom the type of mother to remind you of how beautiful you were? Like, how
No.
did that work out?
The first time anyone ever told me I was pretty, I think I was about 14. I actually lost my virginity to a boy who literally said, and I quote, "I don't know why everybody calls you ugly. You're not ugly." And that was literally the first time I ever heard anything close, remotely close to a compliment.
Nobody in your family ever said, "Oh, you look cute"?
No,
No.
no.
Wow.
Yeah. I literally started my organization because I want to help these girls realize their worth earlier than I did.
So what age was it that you realized your worth?
I think I was about 25.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's sad. I remember one morning I was in Cleveland. I looked in the mirror, no makeup, crust in my eyes, lips ashy, and I just remember going, "You're really pretty." It literally hit me like, "Yo, you're pretty, huh?" And it took 25 years for me to say that and mean it. Not okay with makeup on, you okay? Not when you dressed up and your hair straight, you good. But literally just woke up in the morning, breath stinking. You're really pretty.
I love that. I love that. I want to go back into your college days. Okay, what was your major?
It was mass communications, and then I switched it to social work.
Okay, and so you finished with the social work. Okay, how did you even go back into radio? I'm thinking you went to school for radio, girl.
No.
What?
No.
Okay, so when did you even decide that you wanted to do radio?
So I actually never decided. It just happened. The game ain't choose me. But when I wanted to be a rapper. So
well, you had bars back in the day.
I still got bars. I just don't rap.
Oh, excuse me, honey.
Yeah.
You gonna lay something today?
No.
Oh, okay.
But so in 12th grade, I used to do these freestyle contests every Friday. Call the station, battling people, winning. 9 weeks straight. Retired me. Retired me. So me and the night jock just kind of got cool, and he would check on me, like how school going, blah, blah, blah. When I got to college.
How old were you?
17.
Okay.
So I got to college, and he was like, "Hey, you want to be on my show?" And I was like, "I guess." And so I was his co-host for free. And he taught me the ropes, everything. About 8 months later, I started getting my first check, $7 an hour.
Hey.
And I just kind of started getting better at it. In my head, I'm still going to use this like Ludacris and, do my mixtapes in the back, which I did. I was selling them like, I'm going to be a rapper. This is just a thing to get me there. I moved from Shreveport to Toledo, and that's when I kind of realized, like, hey, you kind of good at this radio thing. And my love for radio grew, and my interest in rapping kind of diminished.
Okay, yes. Now, when you got into radio and you saw how it was, you got into it really early. Was it what you expected?
No.
What did you expect?
I thought it was like big cameras and flashing lights and red carpet and fun stuff. And it's literally some computers and a board with some buttons.
That's it.
I was like, how am I going to talk to millions of people? And it's just me and these headphones.
Hello.
Yo,
okay.
It's so hard. He thought I was gonna be an instant natural because I can rap. You put me on the stage with a mic, let's go. My first day on air.
How'd it go?
Oh my God. Literally all he said was, "All right, so here goes some headphones, you're gonna talk in that mic." I'm like, okay. And he's like, you just want to amplify your voice, and blah, blah, blah. Hold on. The big station, 99.7 KMJJ, Shreveport, hip hop and R&B leader, Lil D, the building, Lil D, what up? And all I said for 4 hours was, I'm chilling. Literally, it was the worst, longest 4 hours in my life.
So when did your love for it start to happen? Was it just because you were nervous that happened, or?
No, I was trash.
When did your love, was the love always there and then you got better over time?
No, the love and me getting better kind of coincided.
Okay.
I remember I was in Toledo, I was the night jock, and this woman told me her daughter looks up to me. And I was like, all I do is talk for 4 hours and make fun of people. You're telling me somebody's looking at me like I'm an example? Because the only reason I wanted to be a rapper is because I wanted to be the next Tupac. Like the old Tupac, like keep your head up, dear mama Tupac.
There you go.
I just wanted to change the world. I'm like, I can do that by being funny on the radio? Okay, let's stick with this for a while. Okay. And here we are. Now, let's talk about, I don't know if it was during your college days you had this job, right? I started at 19.
Okay. How did you survive, sis?
Oh, I had 2 jobs.
Okay.
Period.
Okay, period, sis.
Yeah, like my first paying radio job was running a board for Doug Banks, rest in peace. So from 5 to 9 a.m., I was pushing the buttons. I went to class from 11 to 1, and then I worked at Joe's Crab Shack from 4 to 10.
Hey, that serving is where it's at, y'all.
Yeah.
Side hustle.
All the money.
It's more money than you could ever anybody could pay you at that age or with that experience.
And I was slinging my mixtapes, so.
Hey, with the side hustle.
Yeah, always. Always.
I love it. Now, when did you just say, okay, let me just put rapping to the side, let me just focus wholeheartedly on radio?
I made my last mixtape in Toledo. They call Toledo the Glass City because I make a lot of glass there at factories. And so I put a mixtape together called Lil D Presents the Glass City Goons. But it was the last thing I ever did. I took all the hottest rappers in the city. I put a verse on it. It was really dope. We did shows, we performed, had a big release event. But after that, I was just kind of like, I don't want to. It really naturally just kind of got away from me. Like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh wow! So after you graduated college is when you got your first, well not first, but like I guess the second official job. When did you even get to Ohio? Take me through the steps.
So I was 22.
Okay.
I was getting ready to finish school, but I had a job, so it was time to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't even finish school until after it was 2008. I got fired in 2009, and then I went back to school in 2010, and I finished up there.
Okay.
Social work, sign language interpretation.
Girl. No, you don't.
Not really. Now don't ask me to sign that. It's been a while.
Okay.
At the time, I was great.
Girl, what? Sign language?
Graduated with a 4.0.
That's bilingual, kinda.
It
Graduated
is.
with a what?
With a 4.0.
4.0. Wish I could say the same. Sis was in the books.
Yeah.
So, did you have anything else to do besides schoolwork? What were you doing? Were you hanging out with friends?
Kicking it, rapping, not really rapping, just really nothing. No, I was unemployed, so.
School was the main focus.
Period.
Okay, sis. Now let's move on until now. Okay? All right. Well, not now, right before we get to now, right? 'Cause
Okay.
that's when the homeless situation happened,
Yeah,
right?
in Toledo.
Okay, let's get right there.
So it was 2011.
Okay.
I lost my unemployment, but I wound up getting a job for a chip company. Like, you go in the grocery store and you stock the chips on the shelves.
Mhm,
So I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm doing that.
Mhm.
And I wound up getting a part-time job on air in Cleveland, which is 2 hours from Toledo.
Nice.
And I was only on air on Saturday mornings from 9 to noon. So I'm like, well, let me stay here because I work during the week, but I can just drive there and drive back.
How long was that drive?
2 hours. So it wasn't that big of a deal.
That's how long? For how often?
Every Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not
so,
bad. Right.
Whatever. Like, I got friends down there, so I'll go crash on the couch, do my
There you
shift,
go.
leave, whatever. I just wound up not being able to handle my bills. And so I got put out. And so I'm like, all right, what am I going to do? So I put all my stuff in a storage unit and I moved into a motel. Not a hotel, a motel.
A month.
Across the street from a truck stop.
Okay.
So prostitutes, drug addicts, nasty, smelly. It was July. Was it July? It was June. June. The air halfway worked. It was bad. Mind you, people don't understand how expensive it is to be homeless. You don't have no stove. You can't buy groceries. You can't cook. So you gotta buy food every day. So the truck stop had a buffet in it. I was just loaded with food and try to make it last like 2 or 3 days. And most of my money, of course, is going to this motel. 'Cause every Friday, you got to pay them $168.19. It's almost $600.
That's
And
rent.
yeah,
Right.
can't get rent because I just got evicted.
Exactly.
So I'm stuck here, and I don't see it out because I'm too poor to do anything about it. Because if it's not food or gas to go to Cleveland, it's the motel. So a lot of times Wednesday would come around and I'd just be hungry until Friday. Because I got paid from the chip company on Fridays, and after I paid the motel, I may have like $22. Gas up the tank, I got about $7 left, go get some food. And that lasted for 3 months. Nobody in Cleveland knew. I'd just be doing my shift like, hey y'all, all right, have a super day, bye. And go.
You weren't
sit
really
outside.
cool with any of the coworkers there.
I mean, we were cool, but I had just started working there in March.
Okay. Yeah. So it
like,
takes a while to build a
Yeah,
relationship.
and I'm only there once a week.
Right. So
So-
who can you? The relationship building.
I would be on air. We hosted Summer Jam. I did a lot. Made appearances, sleeping in my car. If I couldn't afford that motel, I was in the car.
So what happened? Did you leave that job? You quit?
No,
They fired you.
no, I worked there.
You still work there?
Well, no, but
Not right now.
I stayed there. Yeah, so
you
I stayed there.
And then,
I was on Craigslist trying to find an apartment because credit was bad. Couldn't just do it the traditional way.
Right.
So I found a place. He said that he had a house, but he was moving in with his girlfriend. Didn't want to give up the house. Bet $360 a month. Okay,
great.
yeah. So I'm still in school. I haven't finished yet. I'm taking summer school, 1 more semester, and I'm like, cool. My scholarship money coming. I'm about to make this happen. Let's go. So I get my deposit up. I go down there and I pay him, and I'm straight. And I'm like, oh, thank you God. Finally, okay. I'm good. I'm at this motel. The day I got there, he said, well, me and my girlfriend broke up, so I guess we're gonna be roommates.
No, sir.
Huh?
Is this a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom?
It's a 2-bedroom.
Okay.
I have a bathroom in my bedroom. He has a bathroom in his bedroom.
Okay.
He has a parrot I've never seen this parrot, but it wakes me up every day about 6:02
You never
in
seen
the
a
morning.
parrot, sis?
No, but I heard him every morning. By 6 in the morning, it just woke me up. It was loud, and it was just like, ah, for like 10 or 12 minutes. So after that, you have no...
You are kidding.
Swear to God. It also smelled in there, like it was like disgustingly smelly. I would shower because obviously I want to be clean, but it would be spiders, and it was to the point where like I kept my toothbrush and all of that stuff in my room in bags. I kept all my clothes in trash bags because I didn't want the smell to get on them. It was disgusting. So, and my phone service, I couldn't call or text in the house. So now I'm like, yo, this isn't safe, dog. This is...
So how long did you stay?
4 months. So what happened was I was keeping a knife under my pillow just in case, because I ain't trust this man, because you already lied to me as soon as I got here.
Yes.
I called my mom and I was like, listen, I don't feel safe here. Like, I don't know I just don't feel safe. And she was like, well, what you want me to do about it? Okay, well, you have a great day. But about a month later, she called me and she was like, your auntie just sent you $500. She said, don't pay her back, just get out the house. I found another apartment on Craigslist, $450 a month, all utilities paid, with a $500 deposit. Won't he do it?
So I want to know, what was your motivation throughout all these struggles? What kept you going? And what kept you wanting to do radio? Because you could have easily switched it up and been like, oh, I want to go do this and just let me go get a 9 to 5.
Yeah. I've been depressed most of my life. Like suicidal, sad, not happy. The only time I was ever happy is when I was on air. So, and when I was in the motel, my dad was like, you know, you can just come home and start over. Immediately I said, Daddy, if I come home, I'll be out of radio again. I would rather be hungry in this nasty motel with no food and no money, but I get to talk to people from 9 to noon once a week, than go back home and work at a call center, because I probably would have went and played in traffic.
Wow, I think that's such a beautiful thing, and it shows your passion, it shows your love for what you do. You recently wrote a book.
I did.
Hey, okay, called Route 2. Okay, tell us a little bit about that, okay?
The book is about the 3 months I was homeless.
Okay.
So I start the book when I moved out of my house in Toledo. I end it when I moved in that closet of an apartment in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. So it talks about what I do in each chapter is a different event that happened, and I link it back to my childhood, so people can understand the mentality of someone who would make the decision, because I decided to be homeless. Yes. Like I call the book Route 2, my choice to struggle to succeed. Right. Route 2 is the way you get from Toledo to Cleveland when you can't afford the tollway. And I just didn't have that $5. I was poor. But also I called it Route 2 because I took the alternate route. I could have went home and I didn't.
Yes. You did not go home. What do you have to say about people who just are in between? You know, they want to go home, but they also want to live out their dreams. What advice do you have to give them?
What's more important? If you wake up 5 years from now and you went home to do something that you hate, you will never get that time back. Your fear of failing has to be greater than your fear of not making it and not trying. You gotta have tunnel vision. If you don't have nothing else, you gotta have an unwavering belief in yourself that this thing is gonna happen for you. If you don't, you're gonna give up, and then you're gonna be mad at yourself because you're gonna go through your whole life telling people, well, you know, I love my kids, but, or I wanted to do this, but. Ain't no buts. Right. You don't give one life. You gonna die, and then what?
Mm-hmm. What happens after that? Exactly. I definitely agree with that. I wanted to ask you something fun. Okay. What's on your playlist right now? What you jamming to?
Roddy Ricch's whole album.
Yes.
The Game's new album is.
Wait, The Game has an album?
I will punch you. It's called Born to Rap, and it's his last album, and you can tell because he rapping like he got something to prove.
What?
He is spitting the whole album, the features,
I
the
like
samples.
The Game, so I'm happy.
Listen, go get that. Seriously.
Okay. What else?
And then I like a lot of old school R&B. So I've been listening to Tevin Campbell and Case Open Letter and Joe, My Name is Joe. A lot of songs that I can fornicate to when I get a boyfriend.
Now, are you looking, sis? Or are you just trying to let it come to you?
I like to let things happen naturally, but you know, if I see something I like, I don't have a problem going, hey, hello. How are you?
Okay. Now, would you like somebody in the radio industry, or would you rather someone, doing their own thing?
You know what I like?
What?
I like a square. I like a well-dressed, confident square who works a 9 to 5 and he loves what he does. He knows I do radio. He supports me, but he's not tripping off of it. If I get somebody in the industry, it's got to be a thing where we both understand when you get home, turn it off.
Yeah.
Don't ask me nothing about no concerts or no tickets. I really just like someone who's confident, loves what they do, and has a life outside of me.
Yes. Okay. Well, any last minute shout outs that you want to give to the people? Let us know what you have coming up. I mean, give us a little bit of details on the future.
Well, big, humongous shout out to Vita Loca for the rest of my life with every breath in my body. Shout out to Mark McCray for hiring me. Huge shout out to anyone who has bought a shirt, bought my book. All things my book, my clothing line, and my consultation business is at grindinginreallife.com. And shout out to everybody in my DMs who I don't want to date. Please leave and make room for someone attractive.
I love you, Lil D. Hey, what can I say? The girl has spoken, okay? Hey, it's your girl Lex in the Box. I want to thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with your girl, okay?
Thanks for having me. This was fun.
Yay, I'm glad you could make it. Thank you so much for watching. You got to stay locked and keep it tuned in for next week, all right, y'all?